Like, okay, hey, cool, but there's definitely scammer ass motherfuckers on there, and I mean they're always gonna be everywhere. I don't know if they're in Nigeria. I love fucking catching them. Like I get high and have fun with it.
Me too.
Fuck.
I like catching a horse.
Their syntax always gives them away, and
Yeah.
it's dude, you're such a lame ass con man. Like, go work at a gas station. It's more respectable. Like, you're just so trashy. It's pathetic. Faking the funk. Can't even sell weed. Like, it's not that hard to do.
All right, everyone. We're live Tuesday night, Toke, Cariboo Hart TV, episode number 54 going on tonight. We've got a special guest in this house. We've got Gandolf, Guerilla. How you doing, brother?
I'm alive and well, and I'm loving life.
That's great to hear. That's great to hear. And as you can see, we got the rest of the panel here. So we're going to go out there. We're going to say hello to everyone, and then we're going to get back to Gandalf here real quick. So in our usual fashion. Drizzit, how you doing tonight, brother? What are you smoking?
Smoking on some peanut butter breath with some live diamonds on the top.
Nice. I like the sounds of that. I got some peanut butter breath butter still that I've been smoking on recently. Good stuff. Good stuff. Uncle Rick, how are you doing? Oh, caught him.
Yeah, good to see you, my friend. I was looking for the package here. I know it's 60-40 indica sativa, and it's really it's put into a disposable pen form, and oh my God, it's just incredible.
Nice, nice. DPO, brother, how you doing, man? Haven't talked to you since yesterday.
Yeah, man, I'm doing good. Always doing good, even when I'm not, you know. So I got a kind of old school, call it old school. It's not old school, but older strain I haven't seen around for a while. Some Blue Dream, enjoying that.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's one of my faves, so stoked about that. And then got some Super Silver Haze Crumble. Not a huge Crumble fan, but this stuff's pretty good. So hell yeah, I'm stoked. Stoked to be here tonight. Glad to hear from Gandalf and see what's going on over there with him.
Tyranny.
Gonna be a good night. Good night. Fluffykins, you got your audio working, brother. How you doing? Well, you got to unmute yourself.
Yeah, you just got to unmute yourself, man. It's all good. I know how to do that. It's just, you caught me in the middle of some shit. But I'm doing good. Good as always anyway. I'm vaping on some stuff that my homies call JoJo. I don't know, something they got out of a High Times.
Some of these names. I got the stank puss.
Well, this ain't a new one though. This is old, man. They got this stuff out of High Times like in 1990, and they've been growing it since.
Is Potheads coming up with some crazy names? Yeah, it's awesome.
I know, right? But that's me. So
awesome. Sam, the world's greatest talent go-getter. How are you doing, brother? Everyone that's watching tonight's show, we got Gandalf, Guerilla on, and that's Sam that got him in here. Earlier today, we were posting up on Cannabis what the rest of our schedule for the Tuesday night Toke looks like. It's a stellar lineup, and we got Sam to thank for that. So, Sam, how the hell are you?
Man, I'm doing great. I've been looking forward to this all day. Got new internet.
Oh, my man.
So I'm welcome to the 21st century finally. So anyway, got some rolled objects here ready for the night. Hear all about why there's so much hatred towards headband.
Oh God.
Well, we can get to there. We'll get there. And just want to hear, from the beginning how you got to where you are and what you can share and what you feel what I look forward to hearing what you have to share to our viewers and people that maybe.
I'm shamefully honest, man. So just be prepared. Ask no question you don't want an answer to.
I'm glad you got that out, Beazle LaBouffe. You had struggling with that sentence there for a second. Yeah, I'm glad you pulled through though.
It's the oil, man. That comes
Yeah, I
out.
can tell. You got the dab face.
Yeah, no
That's what
doubt.
my boss calls it, fucking dab face. It's like, oh, great. Steve's coming in with dab face. Stick
You
him
know
in the
how
back.
beautiful? That's such a beautiful thing, though, that you can say my boss has a name for my dab face. Like that's beautiful.
Yep. But yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, that's what happens when you work minimum wage jobs, I guess.
Or you
Hey,
just accept where you're at.
being in a place where you can is really awesome. That is something, because I've been in a lot of jobs where you gotta like run off at lunch and run all the way down the street and buy a new set of clothes before you come back and make sure you brush your teeth 3 times, and been there,
I
done
still
that.
brush my teeth.
Good for you.
All right. Prophet, what's going on? How the hell are you doing tonight, brother?
Good, man. Real good. I got quite a few things I'm smoking on. I got some Critical Kush. I got some, I'm going to, I call it Sky Rizzy when I never know the name of it. And I also got some Cookie Kush. And I also got some pretty bomb-ass Shatter set up here. So
Nice.
I'm ready for the night to learn or fade out, one or the other.
Probably both at separate parts of the night.
I'll be in and out,
Yeah, I think there'll be a couple people in and out throughout the night a bit. Indica B, how you doing, man? We're getting to see you a little bit more often. There's a couple weeks we didn't get to see much of you, but you're getting back to being regular again, and it's great to see you, man.
Absolutely, man. How we all doing tonight? Yeah, man, it's good to be here tonight. I'm trimming up on some Cherry Garcia right now. So yeah, I'm trimming that up. Smoking on some Delato 41 right now. And yeah, cheers to everybody. I missed you guys. I miss you guys. And yeah, I'm hoping I think I got a set schedule now, so I think I'll be good now, man. So yeah, I'm looking forward to tonight and the guests. And yeah, man, cheers to everybody. Cheers to the panel. And yeah, if you can, because I know I haven't said it in a while, man, and I missed it, go hit that like button for us and subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please. And yeah, shout out to everybody in chat tonight. Yeah, cheers.
There's something to be said about that set schedule. I absolutely agree. I'm a creature of habit, and when my routine gets fucked up, I get all fucked up as well. So I can vouch for that a bit. Sticky Bob, it looks like you're on location at a very interesting place. I'm going to be thinking here. So I think I'll try and switch it over to speaker view. And like, how you doing?
Good. How's everybody else doing?
Oh, doing great, brother. Great to
Good,
see
man.
you.
Yeah, you guys too, man. Hey, I'm going to take some pictures and tag you in it later, bro. I got, most of that 71 beans that I put down, most of them that popped up are your violators and meatheads.
Nice.
And the Morgana from 311, and what else? The other one they got from him. Oh, the Gorgon. And I looked up Gorgon. It was an old movie, and it means it was like a creature that turned people to stone. So
yeah, it's from
Medusa.
Clash of the
Medusa.
Titans.
It's Medusa,
Yeah,
Clash of the
man.
Titans.
It's a Gorgon.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know that, and I just happened to see a movie called The Gorgon. I'm like, no shit, that's cool. That's pretty creative, I mean, definitely. I hope it turns me to stone. It's a mixture of it's a do-si-do and purple punch cross. So like, I'm really excited for that. 311 knows I really love do-si-do, so he like looked out for me on that. I appreciate that. So appreciate that. Every single one of them motherfuckers pop. So, and I'm smoking on anyway, Shatter Cali Kush, man. Sorry, I got a little sidetracked there.
It's all good.
You're high?
Yeah, just a little bit.
All right. Now that we've said hello to everybody, let's get back to the guest of honor here, Gandolf Guerilla. What are you showing us there, brother? Looks like you got a big fat nug there.
I have no idea. Man,
Sky
around
Rizzy.
here, like sometimes it is a name, and like, man, like yeah, there are names, and dude, then there's just people be getting fucking giant loads of whatever, and it functions differently down here. Like, man, like when I went to a big city for the first time, like it was a 50-60 game. Like the 50 was for the beasters, and I don't even know what I don't know what Canada's doing with their shit anymore. We don't want it. Sorry guys. So somebody's still taking it. Everybody's still doing the same thing, but I don't see beasters really anymore. But it was 50 for the beasters or 60 for name brand, and sometimes, yeah, you gotta be able to just be your own judge. Like there's good weed, and it'll fucking say, "Hey man, I'm good weed." But yeah, headband, fuck that shit. Headband is Have any of you guys experienced straight up headband? Not any of this headband, that just the original headband, because it's a
I've always
child.
wanted to try it, but never had opportunity. I've heard a lot about it, man, the last couple of years, but never had it.
Okay,
I've had the 707, and I'm growing the 818.
Isn't it like a garlicky type of strain?
It's the devil in weed. It's that fucking devil's lettuce. So this beard is I'm still in the city that I fucking had the last part of my life in, and this beard tells all of them that might see me, hey, fuck your world, because I had to wear a respirator every fucking day doing some nasty shit for Uncle Sam. Like, man, I did radiation protection for a long time, and I want to put them technician skills to good use now. But so this is my fuck you to them. Fuck man.
I totally understand that.
Dude, they kill motherfuckers around here like that call for help. God, it's wild. Like my hippie mama, her boyfriend was an Afghan war vet, and he was fucked up in the head. He cut himself, and his dad called 911, said, "Hey, my son cut himself. We need help." Cop showed up there. He opened the door with the knife in his hand, and they shot him. All three of them fucking empty. They went to the place that called for help because somebody cut himself, and lo and behold, the person has the knife. Oh, we'll help him out. He's dead. This shit's wild. And this is a middle-aged white man. Like I'm that has nothing. It's indiscriminate, and yeah. And around here, dude, like the rest of the country is going to being green. We went from a felony was an ounce of weed to a felony is a half an ounce of weed. Man, that's a good night.
Yeah, that's fucked. That's way fucked up.
A felony, like going to the penitentiary, or better yet, they'll pimp your ass in county jail and make money off of you, and you'll be stuck in county. That's even worse because you're still a felon, but you got to do your time in county, which is fucking shit. It's kind of matrixy, like not so much batteries, just like little things to suck blood out of. Like Mad Max, little blood bags. That's why I say fuck Rome. I don't know, man. I can't hear you, none of y'all. I don't know if I'm just talking too much. Everybody's taking a moment to blaze. I wish everybody peace and love, because pimping your brother is not the way.
We're doing all that, man. We're listening, we're blazing.
Okay, cool. No, I'm high, and this is the first time I've ever done this. Like, and I don't know if my shit's fucked up. Like, I felt
the same way. You're good. You're good, man. Just keep it up.
Taxes all messed up. What's going on with it? So.
But I left here when I was a teenager. Like I dropped out. Well, I left before they hit me with truancy when I was 16, and dropped out, got my GD, and started going to college early. And when you're 17 and you're going to college early, like you got to pass. You can do what the fuck ever you want. And I got pulled over in Illinois, coming back home doing 95 because you're in nowhere, Illinois, and you can see forever. And you never think that there's going to be a cop behind that one bridge, do you? Oh, yeah, man, I busted by without some light. So I just pulled over, said, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Man, it's a straightaway." And blah, 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 blah. He said, "You're a minor? You don't live in this state?" "No." "Where are your parents?" "Tennessee." "You're going where?" "Oh, shit, I just said that." "Oh, y'all know Tennessee?" "Going to Minnesota." "Yeah, that's where I go to school." "Oh, man, I don't even know how. No, slow the fuck down. Get out of my state." And that was that. And I am not saying I shoot the dice and I get snake eyes. When I was 19, as nobody gives you a book and says, "Here's the rules." You sometimes you learn them the hard way. And I learned that when you mix ego into it, you done fucked up. And I went to a place on vacation, and my stuff was so, and I had the white boy pass in the hood, and dude, somebody just kind of like looked and shook their head at my weed, and I went back to Chicago and fucking cussed my dude out and got right and came back and fucking fixed my image. And the dude I was in town with had warrants. It was his hometown, and you don't ask your friend when you go on vacation. It's like, hey, you got warrants? What? But I did have a candy red caddy that he was driving. So yeah, I busted the seals and was walking to my car. Stop right there. So yeah, that was my first introduction to. No, it was not my first introduction to the police. It was my first introduction to the police for weed. But yeah, a dude fucking 19 and they hit. Yeah, they were wanting to. It started out as distribution. I mean, it's a gross misdemeanor. It's not a felony. Thank you. But yeah, I have a maintaining a drug house or vehicle. That's their charge. Whatever. I'm not a felon. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, I'm not hate on anybody, but that makes life so hard. You truly can't get their hooks out of you. And yeah, Uncle Sam has got a lot of people hooked simply for this. Oh my gosh. You're so fucking wrong. No. Love you. Love you.
So you've been growing for a while now, bud, and you're not in a friendly state, should we say?
No, well, hold on. We have to be correct. No, I am leaving here to get an actual hands-on education. I've been every part of the chain other than Dr. Green Thumb. I'm in the between y'all and everybody else. I've been the highwayman. Like I love the highway. Cruise control is beautiful. 7 miles an hour over. If they hit you when you're doing 7 over, they want you, and that you done fucked up somewhere. But I love the highway. I drove for years with no license, doing a lot, and I didn't think twice about it, man. Fuck it. Now I'm like, okay, I'm in some like I think I'm off of paper. I don't know. It's weird because I'm off of paper, but as long as I still owe the state, I have to show up in person. Even though with all this COVID got the courthouse locked down, I have to show up in person and sign a piece of fucking paper, even though I called you 2 days earlier and got more ahead on my bill. So yeah, the fingers are in, and just when I blew up, man, I do things in a big way, and I set my ex-wife helped set it on fire, and then I just went boom. But I got a DUI after I touched my ex-wife's shoulders. It's domestic assault - fear, and I'm actually proud of that - fear because it means that I touched her and she was afraid. She's no longer here. They haven't said OD, but whenever somebody dies and they don't come back with a negative tox report and there's not an investigation, that usually means an OD. And man, my ex-wife, she was about it, but she was wild. So I don't know. I ain't talked to that bitch in 3 years. I'm sorry she's dead, but fuck that woman. Anyways, I'm getting to, I don't know. Fuck. How did I get to that bitch?
So you haven't been a grower.
Okay, no. So I was also like, dude, working for the man and doing that work, it's insanely stressful, and I did not have any way to cope with the stress of the job and waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning and your wife's not there, and you go find that bitch at the bar, like raising somebody else's kid, like her ratchety ass little niece. I put that kid through private school. Like life was hell. And I was just a shameful drunk. I mean, I've been smoking forever, but smoking wasn't enough. Like I needed complete and utter numbness because everything was so fucked. Like there was no tool that was going to fix my life. I mean, reefer allows you to sit back, calm down, replan, look at it a different way, and move forward. Alcohol is just like, hey, I can't fucking hear anything. Fuck you. And if you like that on a daily basis, man, eventually there's gonna be a wild ass crash. And I've been running like that since I was a kid. And a lot of fucking, I thank God that I've never hurt anybody driving. Like that is without a doubt the wrongest, most fucked up thing I've ever done in my life. And I've done it so many times. Like I've come out of blackouts driving, like on the interstate, like, oh, it's my drunk crowd. I know where I'm at now. Like for real, that is insane. Like, and when people say blackout, like, and they're talking when they pass out. No, I'm talking somebody's fucking driving, bro, but I have no idea. I fuzz out about here, and after that, there's nothing. But there was definitely some king of cunts driving, and he liked to use my mouth too, and he's quick with it. I'm a bastard when I drink. Like my mama told me when I was growing up, she said, Andrew, there's something about your people. Fuck, I said my name. Damn it, I can't do this. This is hard. Now y'all know my fucking government name is Andrew. Hello. Anyways, she said your people can't drink. And I took offense at that. Like something was being taken from me because everybody else could drink. And I don't know what it is, Scotch, Irish, or just I don't know. But alcohol, man, like it's poison. It's a decay product. You have to initiate a chemical reaction to break things down and initiate change made out of decayed components. Reefer grows out of the ground, man. It's a plant. It's been around.
How long
here.
you been growing?
I do not, brother. Like that's what I'm seeking to do. I have done everything else since I was 19. So 15 years, man. I've been the mover man.
Are you thinking about growing then?
Oh, I'm waiting on my tax return, and then that'll get me square with the state, and I'm out. Like I'm headed to not all the way west, but I'm headed west.
Right on.
I'm getting away from prohibition as fast as I can, man. It's the first time it's been a while, man. This shit drug on, and dude, so I did do wrong. I got a DUI, and I should not have been driving. I came to. And
hey, bro, all you gotta do it's all about acceptance, though, man. You accepted it, you handled it.
Oh no, hold on. Oh no, I don't drink, brother. Like that was taken from me, like somebody greater than me, because I didn't do a fucking thing. I did not pray. I did not go to no 12 steps. I kept doing life the way I always do life. And there was just a day where all of a sudden I noticed, like, I didn't want to be drunk. And there was then another day when I was hanging out with a homie, and like, dude, like. This got tiring. Like this is fucking laborious. It's so much work to get drunk. And then it's not what you want, but it's no longer there. And I cannot explain that. And I'm not going to get into, we said spirituality was okay. And so I'm saying that something did something because I did not do anything. And if there's one thing that I am very conscientious of, it's my mental state and my mind. And I have no idea what happened. I don't know if it was just the pain of the entire explosion of a life, like literally back to zero. But I needed to go back to zero because I was Castles Made of Sand by Jimi Hendrix. The first verse. Boom, right there. That's me, or was me. And I'm glad it was undone because it was a false life.
Yeah, I know.
And I have never been so happy or at peace because I can just be me. And I mean, it's a little bit risky to just be me, but fuck it, dude.
When I was sentenced to go to treatment once upon a time, you know, it was like I'm sitting there in the group and it's you know, okay, let's start over there, and they're going around the circle and everyone's talking about their, well, you know, they're like, okay, well, let's say, tell us the story about, you know, when you got your charge or whatever. And so it's like, you know, first dude is telling a story about stealing TVs from Walmart high on meth, and then the next person is telling some story about, driving their car down a railroad tracks and hitting a parked train car or something like that, and then like drunk, and then like all these crazy stories, and then they get to me and it's like, well, I came home and I had some weed and my mom turned me in. And it's
so
and everyone looks at me and it's like, yep. And
you were
then they
reading
just
it for weed,
going
man.
on. And so, I'm
I don't want to
grateful.
yell it because I am in a neighborhood, but like Half Baked and Bob Saget come to mind.
Yeah, right. You ever said
Homie, like
but
like, dude,
that's
I've been to rehab. I'm not even gonna count it up. It's obscene. Like I've got a pretty good fucking body count, but sometimes it was good just to put the brakes on it before like I did real damage to my life or my family's. But when someone tries to make you do something that you're not down for, it's a waste of time. It's like I was over at a buddy's house earlier, and he is sauced. Like, I mean, this man he wakes up at 4:30 and starts drinking. Like, if I wake up 4:30 in the morning, I'm pissed. Like, I'm trying to go back to sleep, or I'm gonna get up and get in the shower and get going. But he wakes up, he says 4:44 every morning on the dot, up, and it's time to drink. And that's crazy. And he has he is losing or has lost the ability to discern the difference between reality and a fucking music video. Like, this man, he does some stuff, and like he fell down the stairs, and he won't go to the doctor because some rapper has some line about not calling 911 because that's the police. And I'm like, dude, if we take you to the hospital, there's no police involved. You go in and you can tell me fell down the stairs, and boom, done. I mean, not to mention you have the Fifth Amendment, and as far as I know, they're not publicly fucking you on that yet. Nah, man, it's law. It's law. God damn it, dude. I love you. We grew up together, but how the fuck can you keep doing this? And it's because that shit gets in you. Alcohol withdrawals can kill you. Like, let me say that one more time. Alcohol withdrawals can kill you. And it's everywhere. It's promoted, but it gets like enough of a taboo so that teenagers, they go so hard and so far, and they have no idea what they're doing because literally they're blacking out, and some people may be taking advantage of them because they know they're going to be blacked out, or they just black out and get in a car, kill themselves, kill somebody. Alcohol is a hard drug, and I've never used a needle, but there's not too much that I have not done, and alcohol it's fucking up there. I would rather a kid go smoke some opium than drink alcohol any day. Like a little 6-year-old, you gotta do something, buddy, go smoke some opium. I'm sorry, I'm not promoting opium. I'm just saying I'm trying to prove a point with contrast. Everyone, it is. I don't begrudge anyone to drink. I mean, I have a beer every once in a while. I just don't want to have two. Like, my homies get really pissed when I get a beer because most of the time there's like half of one that I forget about somewhere. They're like, Andrew, you fucking waste beer all the time. Fuck you. Sorry. Do you want me to be a cunt? No. Okay. Waste of beer. So I don't know. Anyone can do what they want. If you want to be a cunt, be a cunt. But man, life sucks when you're a cunt. You make yourself feel good about it. Like you put a crown on. You become the king of cunts, but you're still a lonely asshole. I try not to be a cunt. Sometimes it doesn't work so well, but herb helps me be human. Like I can deal with people's bullshit and still be nice. I can dumb myself down so you don't feel bad, and we can still interact. And that's a dance sometimes, because And some of these motherfuckers are stupid, and it's blowing me away. Like, I had this guy, and I come from a woman who values education and sacrificed a lot for that, number one. But the part of the world I'm in is kind of different from most of Appalachia. I will say that because of what Uncle Sam be doing around here. But I was in this part of Tennessee, and I realized that sadly we earn the reputation as fucking sister fucking meth mouse, because this dumb motherfucker, like, I'm there doing a job because life was rough, and I'm doing a Serve Pro job, and I knew a long time ago if I don't want people to talk to me, I can read a book. I'm reading a book, and this meth mouth, hey, you know how I know you're not from Tennessee? Because you're reading a book. I'm like, I was born and raised here. I'm from Tennessee, and I ain't never read a book. Man, sadly, I'm not surprised. But I don't, this country is in serious fucking trouble because number one, those people can vote, and hey, whatever, that's your power. They can buy guns, and they reproduce. Like, life is becoming idiocracy, and the people that smoke weed are like the ones that are saying, "Hey guys, this is it's kind of bothering me. What do you guys think about this?" And everybody else is fucking politics kill them, fucking sports kill them, fucking religion kill them, and we're like, this. I got some good music. The world's insane, man. And we're the same ones. I don't understand it. I don't want to understand it. But I'm hearing, and it seems like things are different. Like when somebody can say that their boss has a name for their dab face, like that is beautiful. Like, you can be you, and I'm not saying that everybody should operate every job on the face of the planet under the influence, because I've found that I can be way too high to be on a road bike. A road bike, there's no shocks, is all everything, and don't operate road bikes way too high. Maybe a little bit, but not way too. And we have to be responsible with it. And I do want to. That's one thing I do want to touch on is the hippie growing in me as I get older. But I see all these pictures, and a lot of it is it's the medical states, and I have nothing against that, but everything is plastic. It's these plastic tubes, like fucking Pogs came in when we were kids, and it's non-recyclable plastic. It would be just a little bit more to use some glass, have a bring your own jar program, something. But we're not going to have something like that when Mr. John Boehner is on the board of directors of Acreage Holding. Dude, they're pimping weed in 20 states. And the sad thing is that the legal game has already been set up against the little guys, because in a lot of states, they require vertical integration before you can even apply for a permit. That means you have to have the farm, the processing facility, and the retail establishment before you put a seed in the ground. How the fuck you got that much money? Because you're a rich ass white man that used to be a politician and got lots of friends. I mean, can any of y'all afford to do that?
I don't mean to cut you off, dude.
I'll shut up.
No, I just want to know if that's what Squishy's using for boofing lately.
Say what?
Squishy, put that back in the picture.
Not if he's had it in his ass, man. We don't want to see it now.
God.
I was just seeing if that's what you're using for boofing.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Yep.
Is that it?
I'm trying to put bigger orifices in there.
You clean that shit off after.
Dear Lord.
I like to leave it dirty, man. I just give it a little wipe off, you know.
Boofing of the past, boofing of the future. I got you.
Right. Yep.
Hey Gandolf, I got a question for you, man. Since you said you smoke weed to obviously cope with the world, what strains do you enjoy smoking the most? Seeing how some come with names, some don't. So the ones that you do know, what are you down for?
I know lots, and I mean, I'm not saying that lots doesn't come around, but I'm saying there's.
What's yours? What are you
like
in?
Our drugs, but my personal favorites is God's Gift and Lemon Meringue. God's Gift is it's not a pure indica, but this is me stoner guessing, like, because man, I love it. I found it and fell in love with it. It's the only legal weed I've ever bought. It was in Seattle. It was like 3 months after Washington went green. And it's like there was like 3 dispensaries that were recreational. It was like down by the dock, like in this seedy ass part of town. Like, dude, I got so lit, I almost wandered into like Tentville. Like my ex-wife was like, "Nah, man, don't go that way. Don't go that way." And I'm like, "Hi, this motherfucker just walking." It's like, "Andrew, stop!" I turn, I'm like, "Oh shit, yeah!" Like I'm getting ready to go into Whoville or Hooverville.
What kind of effects do you get off of that God's gift? Because I just actually got some of that going on right now. And I've
Is
heard
that a
good things
CBD?
about it, so I
Oh
cloned
hell
it.
no, it ain't no CBD. Don't say that word associated with me.
My bad, yo.
That's like duels, and I mean, yeah, I don't advocate.
My bad.
Here, I don't advocate alcohol. Definitely don't advocate duels.
I want to start my 3-part apology.
But people get hit with CBD around here. Like it's a real thing. People really do get hit with that. Like that's a real problem around here. Like there are people that are there. They don't respect MJ. Like to me, it's if you're gonna make that a financial tool, it's a very sacrilege. It's a sacred thing. And man, it's a fuck thing to take some and do this hemp flower. It looks amazing. It smells amazing. But I don't know, and this is a supposition, but it's almost like the resin glands are firmer because like when you try to roll it up, like there's no compaction, and you have like this fat little bump.
Sequence gave me my camera.
But yeah, that people do that all the time around here. Like when I got out of jail, like
That's pretty messed up, you know, to have to say.
Dude,
But, so you an indica or sativa fan?
It's
or you
every tool for a
50-50?
purpose.
Oh, okay.
I love sativas, but I when I smoke them at midnight, I regret it.
I think we can tell.
I'm a goer. But if I need to put myself down, I had some MK Ultra recently, and somebody like the internet says it's good for pain, and I just like smoked it when I wanted to like go down and be down, and it was great sleep.
How'd that God's gift feel? Did that put you down?
No, God's gift, man, it wrecks your brain, but you still want to go. Like it's a very motivating high, but you forget what you're doing like 10 seconds into going. Like you're about to save the world, and then you're like, where are the keys? What was I doing?
Right.
I'm
like that anyway.
Okay, my ex-wife, she she was badass. She was about her shit, and like when we met, she was like trying to get me her number so I would buy some of her trees, and I knew I had better shit than her, so I was like, okay, now yeah, here, just smoke this. Now I don't want to know new shit, but come on. So anyways, so we're in Seattle, and I went like a Burger King bathroom and rolled up on the little baby changing station. We're walking down the street smoking, and I mean high as fuck. Like, and I'm like, when I say high as fuck, like that high that y'all are after when you're hitting the dab, like when I was like a little kid, and it's like you feel your brain going like this. And we're walking along, she's like, I can't cross the street. I'm like, what do you mean you can't cross the street? It's like, there's a cop right there, and he's right there, he's gonna know I'm high. I said, in the case that he happens to look you in your eye and know that you have smoked marijuana, it's decriminalized and it's a $37 ticket. He's worried about real shit. It's like, oh, okay, cool. God's gift is amazing. It's come around here once, and it's when strains have a name, they are important because they have identifiable characteristics. And when it came around here and I heard that name, I said, I want to try it first. And I said, oh yes, sir.
You know, it's hard though. Sometimes I feel like when time goes by, you know, like I remember, for example, green crack. I saw some up in the track, but like I had green crack a long time ago, and it was great. And then I had it again, and it was completely different, and it was not what it was.
I have heard that after 13 generations, the phenotypes and they're not phenotypes and genotypes. The phenotypes change. They don't do a drastic shit change, but they do a shift. I mean, is that correct? Is that wrong? Does anyone?
I had green crack, but it's only because they changed the color for the holidays, and then after Christmas they turned it back to regular crack.
I'm saying if you
That just made me LOL. I just laughed.
That one went, oh yeah, bravo. Like I've been like, if you take one strain, you actually breed it for 13 generations. I've been told that on the 13th generation, it's gonna shift phenotypes.
I would imagine. Well, I feel like with anything, you know, I can only speak with like
genetic
fish.
evolution.
Right. Like, you know, the only thing I've been guppies, had guppies for longer than probably 13 generations. And like the fish that I started with and the fish I ended with, you know, were.
Well, I mean, we've been doing it with animals and stuff for a long time, but animals are a lot different than something that you use to interact with your biological computer. I mean, we have inside our heads an amazing thing that we can't replicate as humans. That's what we're trying to do, and that scares the shit out of me. But this right here is about all the playing with up here that I want to do. Well, we're not getting into politics. I'm not putting anything in my body that I can look at it and so I'm not getting sidetracked here, but it's a sad world around here. Like people, I wouldn't believe this shit if I had not like heard it, seen it. People put fentanyl on weed around here. Like this dude, like just hit a blunt because somebody offered him, hey man, you want to hit this blunt? And he OD'd on fentanyl. Like, what the fuck? Weed and fentanyl, that's evil. Like, fentanyl's evil, but man, putting it with weed is like double evil. That's like disguising evil as good. And this world is sick, man. And what people will do for $1 is disgusting. And I mean, I can be a greedy bastard sometimes.
You guys want to see for $1?
Man, I don't know about that, but for $6, man, I had to do offer me his girl for $6 like that.
I'll do some shit for candy. I mean, I'll definitely jump into a van.
Do something strange for a little change.
I mean, I don't know. Are we talking like $1 or change?
No, I'm dead serious that humanity disgusts me and that I go to the local art center once a month just to like refresh my soul. And there is some good that people do. Okay. Like I'm not shitting. Like at least once a month. Me and my grandmother went not too long ago. Like she doesn't get out and do too much. I said, hey, you want to go to art center with me? Yeah, you always go down there, sure. And it's kind of, I thought it was a little bit lame. It was like this repurposed theme, like basically took up a whole bunch of their old work and made collages out of it. Whatever, cool. It was nice. Like they do better stuff in my opinion, but it's art, whatever. I still, and it still was uplifting. And you have to do things to otherwise it's gonna drag you down. And you can get drugged down with MJ in your hand. Like she ain't gonna lift you up, she'll help you do it, but you gotta do the work. It's hard to be happy. It takes a lot of fucking work. Because if you stop trying, man, life can go down real fast. Negativity just grows.
Boy, Heineken, since he started talking.
There's that shirt again, Prophet.
Oh, shit, I am crying over here, man. Between Gandalf and chat, man, I'm fucking
Hey, Diesel,
dying.
how far into the Mountain Dew are you? Let's see. That's just.
I'm just like an inch below the label.
Oh, we got some time then.
Oh yeah.
It's like the hourglass.
Yep.
I really want to know if anybody
other
in
one,
chat has something they want to ask to our guests. I'll get back to you once I find out, but I want to know if chat wants to know anything from you.
Oh, I'd be willing to bet there's some questions coming in. Chat is freaking lit tonight, and they are absolutely loving this show. Thanks for coming on, Gandalf. We're not even halfway through yet, and it's this is already one of the funnest shows we've had.
I'm here until one of the neighbors hollers to shut the fuck up.
you're
Well, they're actually nice old people. They'll probably say, "Would you please keep it down?" No, they might fucking just call it law. There is no telling around here. People around here, like they think that dialing 911 is going to do any good. Like you could get the people to the hospital faster. If the police come, somebody is going to jail or dying. Like it really, if somebody's trying to harm you, you need to fucking take care of business. And I say you as every single human. Whole culture of non-violence is great in a diplomatic situation, but when somebody operates with violence, diplomacy is out the window. And I'm not advocating violence, but I'm saying that we have taken it too far. Like we always swing, and just like reefer, we swing. Like what was it? 1900? It wasn't illegal. It was a non-issue. 120 years ago, weed was just a plant. It was just a plant, and somehow it's a crime. And you were talking about the timber issue and the basically there's money behind the
yeah, it was a financial thing.
And it's always about money.
Always a financial thing.
That's the beauty though of this plant is that its propagation and just the spread of the seeds, it prevents it from being monopolized. And the fine people out there in the world like you guys who take the time and the effort and the love to see what happens, because you're really, I mean, this shit ain't existed before. I mean, the land races that we started with are thousands of years of natural selection. Like this plant has been here as long as we have, if not longer. And so the strains that we find out in nature are the ones that have made it. They're the summation of the ones that have made it. And we're really taking the best that the earth has come up with and doing some wild stuff, except for headband. And I got sidetracked. I'm gonna finish this one. So when you put a respirator on your face and you put it on too tight, you strap it down too tight, you will get it's a respirator headache, or it's the exact same headache that headband will give you if you smoke too much. And what's really shitty about it is that when you're wearing a fucking respirator, you can't take that, you can't loosen that shit up in there. Like, man, we do some shit here, well, or did back in the day, and have fucking genies that have to be babysat. That is
Did you say genies?
else. I mean, because
did you say genies?
Yeah, well, nuclear genie. Like, yes, I did say genies. You don't want that bitch out of the bottle.
Okay.
Old radioactive material, like it's not even the radioactive material, it's whole labs, buildings, processing facilities. It's this stuff doesn't exist in nature. When you make it, you make some shit that will fuck you up like bad. And you're Ghostbusters. You can't see any of this stuff. You're talking about things that are happening on an atomic level, like the breaking of cells, because they're breaking the atoms in the cells. It's
genetic
wild.
breakdown, basically.
I'm not going to say the name of it, but
it's a genetic breakdown. Cells break down.
There's not too many labs in East Tennessee. God damn it! I might get myself killed. Hey, if I shoot myself in the head with a nail gun 15 times, y'all know.
That the first 14 were a good shot.
Yeah, man. If it takes 15, just give up.
Sadly, that's actually occurred, and no one could do that. It's like a Clinton associate happening. Oh shit, we're getting in. My bad. I struggle greatly with the filter. I don't have children, and that's a huge reason why. Like I'm my filter gets more holes as I get older.
Swiss.
Yeah.
That's better filter, they say.
I don't really have a filter, but I've been trying my best for the sake of the show.
Filter, what are you trying to filter out? All the swear words?
Cock balls.
Yeah, right. There you go.
That's a dope piece, though.
Your poster is too, man. Behind you, that's
appreciate
badass.
It's kind of cool.
Is badass bad? I don't know.
Hey, brother, so you said you were going to move out west and then you were going to try to pick up growing. Do you have a style and shit that you want to pick up? Are you going to try to, like, you know, blow up a bunch of salts? You going to do some organic shit? You know, you got any plans for your growth?
If you want, well, you asked me a question, I will give you a whole answer. I want a complete knowledge, man. Like I want. I had a friend who she had mastered cookies with. She was making her own can of butter and then using hash oil and shatter. And her man, when she said 100 milligrams, it was 100 milligrams, and it put me down. And dude, I've eaten shit that was labeled 500 milligrams out of Colorado, and I don't know if they didn't decarb it right, whatever. Sat there at the dude's house and ate it in his face and said, "All right, man, give me something else." Like, and he was like, "Oh, my bad." So I don't. There's a lot of this stuff has dishonesty behind it, and the percentages. Like, okay, so I am saying this from somebody who worked as a technician with radioactive material. When you talk about that math, it's very specific. When you talk about the percentage of THC in something, to say specific numbers like that, like a point something percent, so less than 1%, you're talking about mass spectroscopy. And that is an expensive machine. You're literally taking things and smashing them and counting the parts that you have left over and say, and you'll know what you have on a summation of the different groupings. But it's expensive shit, and no one is going
Congrats
out and
on
getting
health.
this done for weed. Like
Here we go. Buckle up. Ate it in his face. There's a filter.
Like, none of these people are taking their trees and to a lab and saying, "Hey, I want to have this $10,000 test performed. Give me some numbers." That is not happening. So it's asinine to put out these numbers. Like, are they getting these numbers with like a photo app or something? Because that, man, you can't take a photo and tell how much my red blood cell count is, can you? I mean, come on now, guys. Like, and I'm not hating on it. Like, I understand it, and I want to believe it. Sometimes it matters. Sometimes it doesn't matter. I think California had a cannabis cup winner that was like 9.75. Like, I mean, dude, if the trees are right and everything else in conjunction in there with the THC fucking sings a song, man, it sings a song. We know almost nothing about this plant. I mean, you have all these different strains, and they have just about the same mix of them in there, and it's kind of about like humans. I mean, we have like there's 4 genetic markers for your DNA. They got like 1, 2, 3, 4. I know they're letters, but I'm fucking high and I don't know them. But it's very simple, and it changes everything. We're all a little bit different, but you go someplace and you see somebody, it's like, damn, looks like somebody went to third. What the fuck? No, whatever. But with reefer, it's something that plays with our brain, and it's different. Like strain names do matter. Headband comes from 2 great strains. I think it's like Sour Diesel and OG Kush. It's like when you have beautiful people that have an ugly ass kid. And if you guys are growing these like headbands, and I'm not hating on it. I don't know how those are, but regular old headband, that shit is terrible. Like, I mean, it's a headache, and it's a bad headache. It is a compression headache. That's why it's called headband. They're not lying. It's like, hey girl, I got this weed. It's called menstrual cramps. How you want? Like, you think you're gonna sell any menstrual cramps? No. But headband does propagate. People.
Yeah, but cat piss was killer. Would you? Right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I never tried the cat piss.
Oh, it stunk like cat piss, but Oh, skunk. Just take skunk in general. It's completely fucking horrible. But now when I smell a skunk, I actually salivate because I think about skunk weed.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. But no, have you been around Pug's Breath from Michigan?
No.
Pug's Breath. It's the nastiest smelling weed I've ever encountered. It's different, but like I took it to my hippie mama and I was like, I'll smell this, and she's like, ugh. Like it's bad, but it like turns you on.
I don't know, man. Everybody's talking about this puke smell that these buds are having, or these newer strains, and
I don't know what puke smells like. I mean, are we talking
come
like
on,
alcohol
man.
puke? Are we talking like sick puke? Have you been eating pizza?
I would imagine a sick puke. I don't think it's necessarily narrowed down.
I don't know what a sick puke smells
like.
like
Just
in the
sick.
toilet, hopefully.
Picture walking into an elderly person's, I guess, room.
Oh well, so I no, I don't know what it smells like, but man, so one of the things that I suffered in the name of fucking reefer was when I got hemmed up, and my dumb ass, nobody told me, don't bond yourself out, just hang out in here. It'll be time that you're gonna serve, like don't bond yourself out. So I bonded myself out in a state where I didn't know fucking anyone except like 10 dudes in the hood that this guy told me were cool. And one of them had a house for rent. And so dude, I'm a fucking white boy in the hood. And they either thought I was a crackhead or the police in the daytime, and it worked. But I would not be out at night unless I was in a car. When the street lights came on, my ass was riding my bike home. I did like 2 miles on fucking flat tires one time. It's fucking insane. Like I sat on my front porch and literally saw the track, like where the fucking tricks walk. Like, I'm not shitting you. Like, what the fuck? It was wild. And yeah, I fucking survived for 2 months. But dude, I didn't have electricity for the first 3 weeks. And so I had some charcoal and was cooking this. I don't know where I had a chicken breast. This dude that I got hemmed up with, he came up with some chicken, but there was no charcoal. Well, it was some, but I ran out and there was no more charcoal, and like the chicken looked like it was done, but I ate down, and then I saw it was raw, and I was like, oh, maybe I could eat around it. Those were probably the worst 3 days of my life. Like for 3 days, I like shit on myself running to the bathroom to puke, and then like puked on myself running to the bathroom to shit for 3 days nonstop, and like be like finally get to sleep like, okay, I don't want to die. Like, oh, I just shit myself. Like, man, it was a lesson I need to learn. It was, you don't put ego into it. And hey man, you idolize this fucking gangster shit. Here it is. And man, fuck that. I'm not like hating on anybody's lifestyle, but like it was a cold thing to play a game of dominoes and a man talking about fucking putting a hoe down, and he's not joking in any way. It's just like, what the fuck am I doing? Where am I? Oh, motherfucker, this is where you are. And there's places in America that we don't even like realize, comprehend. And I mean, you never know where anybody's been or what they've been through. And I think the best thing to do is to have a smile, say hello. In some places you can't do that. Like, no offense to you Yankees, if there's any Yankees here, but y'all are assholes. Like, I got a homegirl and she went to school up there for a little while, and I was talking to her and she said, man, if somebody up here holds the door for me, they're probably gonna mug me. I'm like, well, you gotta do what you gotta do. Maybe that it's getting bad around here. Where around here when I was a kid, like I remember all the Oxycontin shit, but heroin never was really around here. It was like maybe 8 years ago. This trailer park outside town. I read it in the newspaper, somebody that was busted with an ounce of heroin there, and they took away all the pain pills. Now there's heroin, and it's bad. But hey, we got pain clinics where you can come and pay $350 in cash, and a doctor will take an x-ray and write you a prescription so you don't have to deal with the pain. but a half ounce of weed will put you in the penitentiary. What the fuck? I mean, how does that make any damn sense?
It doesn't. I have a question for Caribou. If you're there, Caribou.
Yeah, shoot. Sorry, just trying to figure out how to unmute.
So he's saying, you know, he wears the respirator and it hurts his head, and that's what headband is like. So if I fucking smoke some of your Violator, am I gonna feel violated?
Ooh.
Only if you boof it.
Ooh, you said it before I did.
That's what it's for.
Dude, that's only when it gets down to like 2 grams that he's like, how do I stretch this out?
I'm saying.
Well,
Now what?
y'all remember that 2 Live Crew song, Face Down, Ass Up?
Hell yeah.
Got to get down with right there and just boof it right the fuck up.
That's the way he likes to boof.
I'm not saying a fucking word.
Actually, it's more like stink fists to you, right, Bees?
He can take it.
Elbow deep.
I jump off the dryer.
Why stop at the elbow, Prophet? Sam's a big guy.
It goes to the shoulder eventually by the end of the song. So, I mean, there's not much more you can get into without literally getting up in that ass.
So here's what I do.
Like that
Cool try for the other arm.
I take the cap off. I get the biggest nug I can and I stick it right here. Then I jump off of my dryer, and the compression helps get it right up into where, you know,
I want to say real quick, thank you just for the whole little fisting episode there, because there's days when I think that I'm fucked up, and then y'all come around and talk about fisting. I'm like, okay, there's people that are way more fucked up than me.
Oh, yeah.
This is what's going on right now. You have no idea what's going on in the chat.
I can get down with it all, and I have very thick skin, but and
lubrication is key.
But man, dead baby jokes are they're just no.
Hey, I got 3 questions for you. Are you
I'm
ready?
gonna say goodbye to everybody. I gotta go. Y'all have a good rest of the show. I'll be in chat. But love everybody. Have a great one.
Later.
Gandalf,
brother.
thanks
Much
for
love.
coming on. Yeah.
Later.
Good one.
All right. Are you ready for my questions?
Fire away.
All right. First question. If you were an animal, what kind of animal would you be?
Flying squirrel.
Sweet. That's a good one.
That was a good answer.
Very good.
Yeah. I don't know that I've heard that one before. I've heard someone say a squirrel or a chipmunk. But
I'd be
never...
Richard Gere as gerbil.
Zing.
I mean, why not be a squirrel, but be able to like glide too?
Right? Climb trees. That's a good one.
Oh, I can climb
dig it.
trees. Shit.
Plus, you can fill your mouth full of nuts.
Nah, hell no. All right, that was one.
Next question. What's your favorite band or musical group?
That's like an impossible question.
Yep, I know.
Can I give you 3? Because I'm not going to confine myself.
That's better. You can expand on this.
Head PE has one song called The Meadow. Like any of Head PE, other than this one song, is like really heavy, hard, like too much. It hurts my brain. But this one song, check it out. Head PE, The Meadow. And then
That's off their Broke album. Fucking great song.
The Hey Bartender Hit Me With a Double is their only other one that I could really jam to. They came out with an album last year, and I tried to listen to it, and I don't know.
Their first couple albums I digged, but their shit got unlistenable real fast.
And that's the beauty of humanity, is that something that isn't my cup of tea is your jam, and that's why we have variety. That's why everything's. I love contrast, and I think that the more contrast I can find, it highlights the beauty of difference beside each other. and there's nothing wrong with it. Be you. You don't have to be anybody else. And if somebody tries to tell you what to be, whoop their fucking ass. I'm sorry, I'm not advocating violence. Just
So head PE, you like
we
Tucson.
punish individuality. We're dude. Okay, so I will be very honest. Like I was in jail like when COVID kicked off. Like I stepped in, and like a week later, was when you started to hear about it in the news, like out on the West Coast. And then I stepped out and the world had changed. And it changed for y'all. It was just like you got locked in your house. But think about how fast it was that the people who be said, hey, stay home, don't do anything, don't go nowhere. Everybody said, okay. Unless it's martial law, like how do you do that? Like I thought we had freedom and liberty to move, go about. Not saying go to the movies, go, but can't leave my house. What the fuck? No, I couldn't leave anywhere. But that was because I did stupid, wrong shit. I drove drunk. That is terrible. Driving drunk is, I'm very grateful I never harmed anybody else or myself. If you drink, that's your own responsibility. But part of being responsible is you definitely don't drive. And I'm honest in all things, and it is it's kids being irresponsible with reefer. But I dated this chick and she was a tattoo artist, and this kid was in there and he was getting a tattoo, and man, every tattoo artist hears every person's life story because it takes a while most of the time. But anyways, he had to do a year when he was like 17 because he was driving high and wrecked, and his buddy whose passenger died. And I'm not putting that on MJ. I'm putting that on a kid being stupid. But I mean, it does impair you, and we all know this. And I'm not saying that it's impossible to advocate being a responsible user when use is criminalized. And so you people are where it's all cool and fine and dandy, just pick up a phone and call somebody who's elected and it's their job to take your calls and say, hey man, there's people that are being treated like criminal for being human. And I'm not okay with that. So please call an elected official. That's what they're there for. That's what they have to take your fucking call. At least their secretary, somebody, but you will be heard. And if enough people say, hey, that's what we got. It's got to have pressure from all sides. There's a chick on Cannabis who's going for the Maxim cover girl. Whatever your name is, lady, rock on. I'm gonna vote for you as soon as I know how to. But yeah, man, we have to put on not a persona. I mean, we got to be what we are, but people have to see us. And for people to see us, the fucking thugs with badges can't be after you for some trees.
Are we still on question 2?
I don't know.
You said head PE.
I'm sorry, head PE. So that you wanted one. There's one.
That's one. We're waiting for the next
lost.
one.
Boom.
We'll go with that. Okay, here's my last question. Who's your favorite person on Gilligan's Island?
Oh, dude, redheads with fat asses are my kryptonite. Ginger, no doubt.
Whoop whoop. Yes. Love gingers. Hourglass shaped gingers.
Redhead with a fat ass.
Hell yes.
Answer I've ever heard for that question.
Hell yeah. I am right there with you, man.
Skinny girls are painful. Well, I don't know. There's only been one. There will only ever be one skinny one. I ain't never doing that again. Sorry, nothing against you skinny girls. Rock on. It's just not my style. To each their own.
So what's anyone doing anything in their garden currently? Fluffy, have you killed anything lately? Any seeds?
Nope. No, haven't killed any seeds lately. I do have some headband growing though, so I was kind of laughing about that.
Crazy, so he's
So do I.
Y'all have fun with that.
I had no problem with the
take it to the next
707,
level.
man. I loved it.
But you guys have these other variants, and that's the crazy thing about genetics is
Well-
that you just have a little switch, and all of a sudden it changes everything.
Well, you felt like you said it was like wearing a respirator and a lack of oxygen.
Oh, hold on.
Whoa. Rewind.
Very specific. You got to hear the whole thing.
Okay.
It's like when you have a respirator on that you tighten down way too much. It's not the respirator around your face. It's where the straps connect on the top of your head right here.
I insulated with fiberglass for like 8 years. I know what a respirator feels like, but I mean, I don't mind my head being squeezed, man. I was all cool with it. I didn't mind the crushing of my head. It was fine.
I was a C-section baby, so I guess I never got used to that.
So was I. I would not come out of my mother's vagina.
Bro.
I was not that stupid.
Man, alcohol works for some people. I guess headband works for some people, but yeah, if you come across any menstrual cramps trees, I had nothing to do with them. Hey, I got some rag. If headband works for you, rock out. If cannabis betters your life in any way, I'm all for it. I personally, I like a little separation between some things. I mean, I'm usually high, so that's like my incorporation of everything. But I see people putting in everything, like they're eating it, they're drinking it, they're smoking it, it's just everything. They're washing with it.
Pretty much damn near everything, even suppositories.
How
you should try that? It's great. I love them.
What do you do? What do you do when diamonds don't work?
They're tasty.
I mean, is somebody gonna be banging weed? Like
I mean, diamonds don't
Diamonds
work.
are weed
What are
crack.
they supposed to do other than cut and make people want to spend money on them? I mean, what is a diamond other than?
Diamonds are for you guys that dab all the time, and like you guys' tolerance is like
That kind of
insane.
diamonds. My bad.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I mean,
Those diamonds. I'm saying when somebody has smoked so much, like when diamonds aren't doing it for them anymore, what do they go to? Like, what the fuck else is there? Like, that shit is insane. Like diamonds.
Well, it's about
is
moderation,
weed
man.
crack.
It's about moderation. I mean, I know
There
somebody.
is no moderation with diamonds.
Well, no, I mean, you don't do it every day, man. Like, that's a once in a little, every now and then you treat yourself to it, kind of like I do with Shatter. Otherwise, what's the point of like?
Yeah. Every once in a while, I want to not be able to operate an unlocked door. No, I'm good on that, homie.
In the
I
cuff,
get
he's
stopped
got
by
some
unlocked
diamonds.
That's too hot. No, bro.
All right,
Well,
just
me.
because that's too high for you doesn't mean it's too high for anybody. Everybody.
Get it. I like to be able to open the door.
Some of us have
and
a
I got
few.
stopped by a door. I was disappointed.
Some of us have a
so
few
sad
of
at
us that can
myself.
operate machinery, even on the diamonds, because 3 of us can take a break over here while the other 2 maintain control.
Well, and y'all's tolerance for diamonds is probably a little bit higher. Like, the flower is great, but I don't smoke dab unless they're offered. Like, I don't ever have a rig just because I don't want my tolerance to get there. Like, I make a point for my tolerance to be manageable. Like, I don't ever want flower to not do it. Like, I'm a flower man. Like, just I like to finger crumble it. Somebody earlier said peanut butter breath, and peanut butter breath is the best to crumble, in my opinion. Maybe it was just the way it was cured. I don't know, but some trees, like, they can be really well cured and you can crumble them with your fingers and the trichomes don't stick to your fingers as much. And I don't know if that's good or bad, but the peanut butter breath, man, I even told somebody, I was like, don't put that in the grinder. Break it up with your fingers. You're going to thank me. And they're like, oh, that's nice. So, yeah, I like the peanut butter breath, but also for its breakup ability. There haven't been any strains that I did not like other than headband. Like, nothing is ever, there's different things. There's tools. wedding cake is really good for the Munchie Monster, but also the blues. I've got a homie and his wife. She suffers from depression sometimes, and I said, "Do you keep a journal?" She said, "I don't know. Sometimes." Why? Well, next time you're feeling blue, smoke some of this wedding cake. Save some of it, because she's like she's a relatively green smoker, but she doesn't smoke a whole lot because her husband doesn't. He's a drinker, sadly. But anyways, an eighth lasts this woman like half a month, like quarter a month, maybe. No, that's overshoot. Anyway, she doesn't smoke a lot, so she'll save it. She's got little bags of different ones that she hasn't. She knows her shit. But yeah, so I said, well, when you're feeling sad, save the wedding cake. But there are different strains. So if they have good characteristics, I am all for the use of them. People suffer in their mind. I've definitely suffered in my mind, and there's different strokes for different things.
I'm doing wedding cake in my next round. Do you like wedding cake?
Love it. Love it. It smells great. Oh, dude, when you open your grinder after busting some of it up, it's a lovely smell. I want it on me.
See, now I gotta wait like 4 months for it, but
oh no, I mean I was saying I want the scent. Oh, no,
I'm growing it.
Wedding cake's great, but sometimes people don't want the Munchie Monster. I've been yelled at for, man, you can't give this to my girl. She's trying to be on a diet, man. Like, she's going crazy. Like, the Munchie Monster is real, and
I need that. If that's a strain that does that, then I definitely need that.
Wedding cake is Munchie Monster.
Yeah. All right. Then I might be growing more of it.
Homie, I can put obese people to shame. Like, they'll be in awe.
They'll be in awe.
There's
Nice.
a fat boy on the inside.
I'm gonna hit an all-you-can-eat buffet after I smoke it, man.
Man, when I lived up north, there was an all-you-could-eat Chinese buffet, and that was always the spot. Like this one, and they sold like takeout by the pound.
Dude, there's 5 of them within a mile from me.
You have a fucking what's that one that like cooks the steak for you to order? Golden Corral do that?
Dude, this is COVID world. Do you guys? I'm not going to no buffet.
I go to a
political thing. That's just
I go to a Greek thing, Greek place. Awesome.
Hey guys, I don't want to cut nobody off, but I just wanted to thank you, man. I appreciate you guys having me. I got a bunch of shit I gotta do today,
Thank
man.
you. I keep looking over your shoulders, man. I'm seeing all that magic that you're doing. Thank you.
Hey, man, it's my dream come true, buddy. Glad you're
forward.
here, man. Glad I was here. You guys have a great night, man. I'll talk to y'all soon.
Hey, Bob. Love you, brother.
Love you too, buddy.
That dude works too hard.
Yeah.
So so you guys are both, you said that you're both growing different types of headband. Like, one is number headband, and one is number headband. And,
mine's 818.
Okay, and who?
I've had the 707.
And okay, so what's the difference?
I have not smoked the 808 yet, so I can't tell you. It's growing. It's in flower.
Okay.
It's like the start of week 3. I was like looking through my feed. Thank God I posted it.
Do you know what the lineage is?
I'd have to pull it up.
It matters.
It was given to me as a clone, and the guy that gives me the clones is real anal about it because he makes shatter out of everything that he grows. So he's pretty good about picking good strains.
And I'm not questioning that at all. I'm just
saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying if any lineage is probably a good lineage, but I can find out.
I'm gonna look up and see what Headband's parents are, because I love both of Headband's parents.
Yeah.
That's the crazy thing about genetics. Like, is what you got at the beginning is not indication of what you're gonna have at the end. It might be an enhancement. I mean, that's what you try to work towards. But Headband, in my opinion, is a fucking ugly kid that should have been put like in a fucking convent.
That's like how my parents feel about me, which is weird. So
They finally figured out that I thought I was going to be dead at like 18, and then I got to like 21, then 25, and fucking 30. And it's like, God, I'm going to get old. Fuck. No, we never know. None of us are guaranteed tomorrow. But I personally feel like people are dying at a faster rate lately. And it's not even like I've had friends dropping from not COVID. Like, and it, man, I don't know. Life's a bitch.
People now.
I just want to jump in for a second. I got breaking headline news here. My girlfriend was just up in Prince George, and she just went and bought me a brand new Blue Jays hat. So, fuck yeah, go Blue Jays.
Where's that?
They took them damn Yankees in the series to open the season, and I believe they beat Texas last night. I didn't get to see today's game because I'm hanging out with all you awesome motherfuckers. But go Blue Jays! You're gonna hear a lot of baseball talk from me.
What province are you in?
I'm in BC.
Okay. Oh, you're on the cool side.
I like the way you think. I don't agree with everything you've said tonight, but I fucking agree with that.
Man, I'm a pretty disagreeable guy, so I mean, but yeah, everybody has their own jam.
Absolutely, man. This is why I love great discussion. I often like talking to people with different political views or just opposing opinions on a lot of different stuff because you bring up a lot of stuff.
I'm a different fellow, and I understand that. Like, and I love the difference of humanity, and everyone should be themselves. Like, jam out, you do you, and I'll do me, and we don't have to bump into each other. We can coexist.
Yeah, and, I couldn't agree
more. This right here, this has been the most unifying thing in my life. The thing in life that taught me how the people of other races, colors, creeds, whatever, were still just humans was sitting down right here. This right here. Just say, hey, human. Oh, hey, human. Yeah, I'll get high with you. I mean, you might end up getting high with somebody you don't like, but then you kind of realize that this is not the enjoyment that I saw, and you won't do it again. And for me, it's one of them, I don't know. It's something special to sit down and enjoy with somebody, to get away with somebody, to deepen with somebody. Thank you, MJ.
Did we ever get to question 3?
No.
Sam?
For the third group, I think he gave
squirrel.
Up.
Yeah, flying squirrel. Music.
Song. 2 different.
Gilligan's Island.
Ginger.
Okay.
Ginger.
The hell have you been, Caribou? Ain't you been paying attention to this damn show?
Well, it's hard. It's hard, Fluffykins. It's really hard. I won't lie. There's a lot going on, and I don't have that good of an attention span. So, but this has been fucking great. I'm loving every minute of it. I won't lie. This is.
Hey, no, see, this is tailor-made for anybody with ADD. Between trying to read everything going on in chat, trying to listen to him, and then it's great. Great. I am fucking loving it.
Thank God I have backup, dude.
I've just been, my eyes been watering so much from laughing so hard. I missed too damn much.
This is hands down one of my favorite episodes yet. Like it's been fun right from the get-go. You see Chad is just fucking dying right now. And Rick, I see you moving over there. How are you feeling right now, brother? Are you even capable of moving?
Keep saying that. What's going on, Rick? Are you high on an ether binge or what?
Oh, you got an ether?
I'm high on love.
I want ether.
I mean, I heard.
Just a few breaths, man. That's all I ask.
I don't know, man. I thought he was sleeping there for a while. I think it was pretty close, but he pulled out of it.
Yeah, I caught my second wind here. Just enjoying the show like everybody else. Nice to meet you, Gandolf.
Who's on your shirt, Rick?
That's Van Morrison.
Okay.
Right?
Moon Dance is one. Moon Dance, yeah, that's in the top 10.
Yeah.
There you go. There's the third of the ones he was trying to get out earlier. He finally got it.
Man, Morrison's Moon Dance is an amazing song. Unfortunately, it's associated with that woman, but man, every song that is in my head is associated with a woman, a drug. Well, and I say that because
So you like Tool, right?
Some Tool, not all Tool.
Really?
But there's no artist that I could say that I like all their shit. Like, not at all.
I think Tool's one of the few artists.
I love has stuff that I hate. Well, not that I hate, but I'm disappointed in it. Some people go too hard for me. I mean, but it's no one is ever gonna make the music that is perfect for me. Well, actually, no, there is some music.
Definitely would not have thought that comment would have came out of his mouth. That some people go too
but now
hard.
I'm gonna uncorrect myself.
Never would I have thought that was coming out of his mouth.
I'm about to correct myself because there is a song right now that this is my, like, it lifts me up and fucking, like I want to like go party at an old folks home with people who are about to die so they could have some fun.
Oh, you know what, guys? I just had another thought that I don't think I've touched on yet today.
Lovers on the Sun by David Guetta. If you like techno, I'm a techno man.
What were you gonna say, Caribou?
Sorry. Okay, so I was just as of yesterday, our podcast is now up on Spotify, and I just wanted to pass that on. I think we've got 4 episodes up there right now. I didn't get as many of them up there as I wanted, but we got the Painted Ladies up there. We got the 311 episodes up there. We got Skillbo, and we've got Spartan up there. I thought I had Sequence up there, but I think I fucked that one up, so I don't think it is, but I'm going to get that in Q-Grows soon. And after that, I got to go through and try and figure out the numbers of what is what, because when I saved them into my computer, the Zoom files, the titles don't match up with how they're saved on YouTube, so it's really confusing, and I don't know computer stuff very well, so what's really going to happen is I'm going to try and beg and plead with the girlfriend and see if she can do it for me. So it could take a while. So that's why I'm just going to, we're going to get, Buds of Smoking. We're going to get his out on, as soon as we can too.
Tell me real quick before I lose it. YouTube is a part of Google, and I'm not going to like assume that you don't know your shit to the letter, but are you doing like the Google Analytics on the back end and talking to them? Cause they'll help you out.
No, I don't talk to Google at all. I just kind of put the stuff out on there for stream and see what happens. I don't know much about computer stuff. I'm like, just like I barely figured out how to get the Zoom going and all this stuff. And so I'm
okay, hold on. This is Candace. So no, a good buddy of mine, like 2 years ago, I made a website for he had a store. And it was CBD and pipes and stuff like that. It was all legal. But he sold somebody a clone, and the SWAT team kicked in his door because he was growing weed, like machine guns for weed, like armored personnel carrier at the door for weed. I don't know.
Hey, Caribou, Sequence said he's gonna whoop your ass because you didn't put his up. So we're gonna have our next episode. It's gonna be you and Sequence in the ring. It's gonna happen
with KY jelly, right?
Locked in a box.
I'm not
just
doing
like
it
this.
without the KY Sequence.
Hell in the
No. That sounds like you know what you're talking about, brother.
The old lady just looks back. She's like, I know someone that's got some good lube for you. I'm not sure if that's good or bad. I'm kind of scared now. Getting a little nervous. I won't lie.
Did y'all see my shirt?
I like boobs.
We can't see his shirt. We couldn't see his shirt, man. You're in darkness. Blunts. We were wondering if you were actually in an underground bunker.
It does give off that appearance.
I wish. No, it's actually just the backyard. It's just the only light from my face is from my fucking laptop screen. So if I lean back, there's no light to light me up. But it is cool. I couldn't have done this if I wanted to with like video editing. Makes me think of like the Snoop Dogg picture where they're all like wearing black turtlenecks. Just a floating head.
Are you like in like Sasquatch country and shit, man?
No, man. Foothills of Appalachia.
So do you go after ginseng and all that?
And I wish I was that motivated.
Because that shit's worth money. Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
But you gotta be careful.
Well, no, I'm not gonna say I'll do anything to make a dollar, but homie.
I've done some nasty tasting things for $1 or $2.
I'm not.
I don't like how much you guys have in common.
We're just the degenerate bastards of the world. Oh, I mean, I try not to be degenerate. It's just it fucking happens. But then I get back to the if I'm the fucking crazy and the world's the sane, I guess I'm okay with the crazy. I don't let my shit rain on other people. I don't push nothing on nobody. I might advocate things. I might recommend things, but man, you roll how the fuck you feel. Some people like to do some weird shit. Some people think that some of the shit that I like to do is weird. Whatever, fuck you. But you do you, and as long as everybody's cool with it and everybody's an adult, and I don't know. I'm not advocating. There's a lot of drugs out there that will fuck you up. There's a lot of things. I mean, you're number one taking somebody's word for what the fuck ever this is, or it is alcohol, and you know exactly what it is, and it's gonna fucking pickle your brain and maybe kill you, maybe kill somebody else, maybe help you make some terrible decisions, ruin some awesome possibilities. Who knows? It sounds really fucking awesome. Or you can just smoke some weed and have a good time. I don't know.
Rick, are you doing all right? Thumbs up if you're okay. All right.
Hey guys, I'm gonna take off for the night. I gotta get up early, so yeah.
Nice to meet you, homie.
Nice meeting you.
Glad you were here.
Good night, man. I love you guys. I'll see you guys Friday, and I'm gonna try to get on Can of Buzz, get in the chat more in our chat. So yeah, shout out to everybody who joined in tonight too. Hope everybody has a lifted, blessed night, and yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon. Love you.
Bye, Indica.
Later.
Later, guys.
Love you, man.
Love you, brother.
I got bummed my jacket. It's getting chilly. Like it got almost 80 degrees here today. And it was 26 degrees like 4 or 5 days ago. Like can't put anything out till later this month is what I've heard. Like I've never put anything out here, but I've loved growing my entire life. I've always had gardening and shit. And we've gotten frost here as late as May 4th. Like when you have a frost as late as May 4th, you have to have something started on the inside. I mean, because that's a lot of covering, and covering is not guaranteed. And if I'm going to put forth the time and the effort, I know there's natural disasters, but I'm not risking it on a frost. I don't know if you guys do it outside when you have to worry with frost. I mean, does covering it really take care of it? I mean, it's like raising a baby. It's like raising anything, but I would love this more than an animal. I don't know.
Until you got it, kill it, dry it, smoke it. Then it's
but when you have a frost Like, so I had a buddy sent me a clone, and I had it wasn't huge. It was nice, and it was flowering lovely, but we got a frost like the second week of September, and I had to bring it inside, and then my fucking brother came around it, and that motherfucker is like true ADHD, and he can't look at anything. He has to fucking touch it, and somehow it's on the floor, and now my fucking brother has it in his hand, and there's just the roots, and it's like fuck me. And yeah, that was the end of that. She didn't bounce back. So, but I am, to my knowledge, free technically, although I still have to appear as long as I own money. I'm I'm not jeopardizing that. Like, I've been working towards this point for a really long time. Like, it's been some years of hell, like, to recover, and I haven't even really rebuilt. I've just served, and still got to pay back, but yeah, I don't, fuck them. It's done. It's past. But yeah, the man is a bitch, and he'll get his claws in you, and he'll try and keep them there forever, and turn you into a little cash cow. We are all cash cows, but if they get a hold of you, man, they don't want to let go, and they make it so easy to come on back. But I said, I am not coming out of jail until there's no P test, there's no supervised probation. I'm staying in jail till we get to that point. Other than that, no. And so, yeah, I got to be a little bit retarded for a while. I hate dumbing myself down, but sometimes you have to do it. And that is sad. And man, like, Chinese kids go to school for like 10 hours a day. Like, they're putting in like 50-hour school weeks, and we are going the opposite direction. We're trying to teach kids to do a math in a way that was proven to not be too effective. That's combined with the fact that all the parents know the right way to do it. So the parents are having to learn the dumb way to do it just so they can help their kids with their homework. Like, who the fuck came up with this great idea? We're well, oh, never mind. Sheeple. It's sad, and they choose it. I'm not judging anybody. I for one don't want any government to tell me how to live my life or what I'm supposed to do.
Well, every history book will tell you that that's exactly how it goes. No matter how badly you don't want it to be, that's exactly how it works.
And I probably won't ever be in a history book, but there's a good chance my blood might be on the ground. Fuck it, man. I am against evil and tyranny. I'm not gonna. I own no guns. I'm not allowed to touch guns. I'm not even talking about violence, but I will always oppose and be active against. And that is one thing that I kind of am sad to see lose. Like, it makes me sad seeing John Boehner, the lead Republican when Obama was in office. And so I'm not talking politics here, but I'm saying the opposing head member of a political party is now on the board of directors of Acreage Holding, which is a company, you can Google them right now, that does legal weed business in 20 states. And it's a cabal of rich, connected people that used to be politicians that know the people, and everything is already fucking set up for them. And none of us are gonna get in that game. Like, no one that I know has the ability to buy a farm, set up a process facility, and prepare a retail establishment before they can ever even begin to create a product. That is not possible unless you're fucking friends with the bank and it's all good. Y'all got shitloads of money. Yeah, then you can. Yeah. Oh, yeah. John Boehner is pimping the fuck out of MJ. John Boehner is marijuana's biggest salesman. Well, no, he's the biggest politician to probably ever sell weed. I mean, John Boehner is probably the biggest ex-politician to like, I'm high. John Boehner is pimping the fuck out of weed. Do I need to say any more? That's going in the wrong direction in my mind. That's just me. I'm me. But like I said earlier too, you people out there, it's propagated. They can't take it. They can pimp it, and shame on them. Fuck them.
I have one experience with a politician, but not really with him.
He's not anymore.
I just went to Mitt Romney's house in Park City, Utah once for a Christmas party. He wasn't there. We were just at his house, but he had his books in his study, and one of his books was called Why Men Have Nipples. And then also just on his study, he had a bathroom with the shower in there, and like the knob was degrees. Like it was like this giant, like, and it just had numbers and degrees with a giant lever that it was crazy. Anyway.
They might start out as humans, but I'm pretty sure that when they actually become a politician or signed in, that they suck the devil's dick. I'm pretty sure that happens. I'm quite sure that every politician has to suck Satan's penis.
Well,
I'm not getting into religion. So whatever you want to call the devil, like I'm pretty sure that a politician has to suck his dick to get down.
Eats babies.
One time I was at the 4th of July parade, and Donnie Osmond was on the float, and I yelled, "Hey, Donnie," and he pointed at me and waved. That was the second time I felt greatness.
I was in the extra special security line at St. Paul, Minneapolis airport with Steve-O from Jackass. And I was like, "Man, you really got your face tattooed on your back?" And that motherfucker pulled up his hoodie, sure as shit. Yeah. Yeah. So that's, I met Bob Dole. Yeah, that's my famous people
Bob
experience.
Dole. Yeah.
Ah.
Did he point at you with his thumb like this?
No, he can't move his arm.
Nobody touches Bob Dole's pole, not even Bob Dole.
Oh, we're fucking getting old.
I'm fucking dying over here. Fucking prophet, yes.
Hey, Prophet, how's Roxy? Sleeping like a baby.
Right here, if you can see her.
Oh.
She gets mad when I'm not in bed by this time, so it's
What's
like
up, Roxy?
her antagonize me to come to bed. She's just like, "I'm just gonna keep pushing you off the couch that you're sitting on."
Do you wake up and like you and the dog are all on one side of the bed and there's no one over here, but over the course of the night you've been pushed over?
Well, she sleeps on top of me, so I can sleep at the edge of a cliff. And my wife we have a king size bed. She's at the other end of the bed. And sometimes the dog will just lay sideways and be able to touch both of us, but she's taking up most of the bed. And then after I wake up, she goes out to the bathroom. She jumps into my girlfriend's bed, sleeps in there for several hours, and then freaking comes back out, hangs out with me.
Girl now?
Huh?
Is she old now, or how old is she?
She's at like 8 or 9. She just had surgery. She just had surgery. She had to get her basically a uterus taken out because she wasn't spaded earlier enough, and it started being infected, so it had to come out. It was a spading that should have cost $200 that became $1,500. You know what I'm saying? Because it was an emergency spading and it needed to happen, and that was like a week ago.
Stan the man he's 12 now, but he had to get fixed when he's like 7.5. And they're like, "Hey man, you let him keep his nuts, but he wasn't getting enough love, and his urinary tract is getting pinched." The guy go. So
yeah, infection started coming from the uterus, and if it stops building up, they go septic and could easily die.
Yeah, you gotta take care of business.
Yep.
Man, he's old. It was sad. Like he's with my mom these days because dude, it traumatized like my dog when life came undone. Like if he sees a box or like a suitcase now, he has a fucking panic attack. I'm talking an 80-pound. I'm not. Yeah, he's about 85 pounds these days. He got fat after his nuts went. He's not like a monster. He's a stout dog. And dude, he fucking like cowers and starts shaking. Like I'm talking like shivering. And it's I am responsible for that. And so he stays with my mom and she just retires. Like she needs a buddy. So they work very well for each other. I'm not sad at all. But like so the other day, like she brought him and we went out to this place that lets you bring your dogs and it was really cool. But when we were getting back in the truck, man, that old bastard could not get he tried, but man, he got his paws up on that top seat, but oh he couldn't get up all the way, and man, it made me sad because it's coming. That's part of life. I love animals too much, man. I don't want another one.
Rocket.
Nah, man. And they get you at that rate, especially if you have to go to the vet. They'll ream you, man, horribly.
Oh, I know. Oh man, my mom, she retired from Uncle Sam. I got a black eye and I go work anywhere else, but dude, it's a crazy world and I'm done with it and I don't want no more of it. And dude, when you work for the public sector is disgusting. I mean, I say public, but there's nothing public about it. It's abuse of the public. Like the money overspent is sick. And
So society. So basically, you're talking about society.
No. I'm talking about .gov.
The man.
Yes, I'm saying there's a overinflated price paid on everything, and it's man. Okay, so before COVID, when no one needed gloves, I was in their little store. Like they got the store, and you have a charge code, and you go use the charge code, and so like they had a box of gloves, and I just asked, just out of curiosity, I was like, how much is this box of gloves? And she's like, oh, I don't know, nobody ever asked, but $26. And like I'm used to working in the private world, like I pay attention to numbers. No one in that world does. They don't give a shit. They just, hey, charge number. And I went to my supervisor, like, man, there's a place like down the road that can get these for like whatever. And she's like, oh, that's cool, let's take care of it. But nobody cared. Like nobody gave a fuck. And then at the end of like the quarter, when they had leftover money, if they didn't spend it, they wouldn't get the next year. So like, man, it's disgusting. It's fucking disgusting. We're all being pimped. And I'm not, oh fuck, we're not supposed to get on politics. Well, hey, if you are not rich, you're getting pimped. Congratulations. That's the extent of my politics. If you're rich, congratulations. You made it, or you were born that way. Maintain it. Don't piss it away.
We are all part of the same compost heap.
I'd rather be a part of the heap, man, than the shitter, because the shitter is a fucking bitch.
That's fucking great.
Deaf too, and I forget how loud I am. What time is it? I probably should get inside. Oh fuck, it's 11. Yeah. Oh man, I'm glad nobody hollered. They probably just respect. Oh, whatever. Life is life. It's been good talking to you people. We'll have to do this again. But I do very soon. Like I'm so the third round of stimulus, which is bribery, came around. Oh fuck. Is it politics when I'm talking about my money? Like I got my third round of stimulus, but I haven't got my tax return. That's all I'm saying. And I'm waiting on my tax return to pay off the man so I can leave. That's the end.
I'm sure you're not alone. I'm sure there's a lot of people that are doing that.
Say what?
I said, I'm sure there's a lot of people that are doing something similar.
Well, there's a lot of people too that are just getting on probation and staying stuck in the system for their entire life. Like I was in a cell with a guy who was it's like 40 something, and dude, he'd been fucking in and out for like 19 years off of an original misdemeanor, just from like being on probation and shit happening. Like, dude, probation is fucking stupid. Like probation, no, hell no. But don't get caught. I don't know. I'm not advocating anything, but don't drink and drive. That's for motherfucking sure.
Wise words.
You smoke and drive, you feel you can smoke and drive. Everybody's different. There's different levels. I've only had the keys taken out of my hands when I was not drinking, and it was just reefer with banana kush. That's the only, like, and there have definitely been times I was not even like trying to drive, but that's the only times I can say that someone else has said like, nah, motherfucker, you're not driving, was banana kush.
Did it taste like bananas or smell
Yeah.
like bananas?
I'm not gonna say smelled, like, no.
Yeah, I've had banana. I've had banana, you know, whatever. I can't even remember exactly, but banana something. But it's never tasted like bananas. I've always called it horse shit, just like Pineapple Express or
I've never had any Pineapple Express that there was any pineapple. I'm always like, I'm always sitting there like, is it because it looks like SpongeBob's house or something?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's
movie.
stoners coming up with these names. Like we'll never know. Like my buddy who I made a website for, and that's what I was getting to with the Google Analytics. With because YouTube is part of the Google thing. But anyways, the fuck, damn it, I'm high.
The interweb knows things in the code, the ones and the zeros. What the
You're not high. I don't believe you.
I worked very hard to fake it. The days are gone when I ever prove anything. It's done. Like I'm still alive. I don't do anything fucking crazy and stupid anymore. Like I still shoot the dice, and I find myself saying, you didn't need to do that. There was nothing to gain, but it was enjoyable in the moment. And like riding my bike across like busy intersections and shit. I mean, I've got the space, but I'm also like riding with Air Force One boots on a fucking road bike, and my boot caught on the frame, and like my whole foot came off the pedal. I was like, oh shit, I had to like jump off the road. And they're going like 50 miles an hour, and there was no reason, but it was exhilarating. That's why I should never have children. I enjoyed. I don't know. It's fun close to the edge.
Been hit by a car on a skateboard before, of course.
I was hit I've been hit on my bike recently by a fucking Suburban. This asshole, he didn't even stop leaving a parking lot, going onto a busy road, didn't even stop. He was accelerating before he even saw me, and my finger was fucking broke. And so I'm trying to get my splint out of the road like Frogger, and I picked my splint up. He's like, oh, is your finger okay? I said, you dumb motherfucker, I had a splint on before you hit me. What do you think? People are retarded, and they're moving 1,000-pound vehicle 15 miles an hour. That's some pretty serious momentum. I mean, that's 15 miles an hour, 1,000 pounds. Homie, I weigh $147. Maybe I don't go over $150. Yeah, $147. On a bicycle, yeah. Man, I'm good at jumping, and I now know the exact distance where I can kick it into their shit and be free and clear. fuck them. But people are stupid and they're not even drunk driving. That's the scary thing. I am really enjoying being on a bike, and I don't know anything about this place's metro system. You never know metro system until you get there, but it's flat and they got a grid, and I got a bike, and I'm down. I never used to like to exercise. I mean, I don't like. I abhor that word exercise. People go to the gym, that to me that's a waste of fucking time. Like cardio, yes, that's good for you. It's going to help longevity. But man, people get way too narcissistic. It's disgusting. Like, be confident and proud of yourself. But I went to a swingers resort this past New Year's with a buddy, and
Yes.
I did. I mean, man, it wasn't my jam. I just sat in the cabin and tripped acid and fucking got high because it was cool during the day. Like I really liked their acceptance. I could smoke everywhere. It was like a little oasis for me in that sense. Like I didn't have to hide the reefer.
Dude,
But,
that's like a waste of a trip.
man, that's not my. It's I learned very quickly. It wasn't my way.
Did they trick you? I mean, were they like, hey, you want to come for a ride? And then you ended up at a swingers thing? Or they were like, hey, it's a swingers thing. Like, I mean, come on.
It's a whole land, like a whole
Fire Island?
No, I say campground, but like, do they all have like their own RVs? And there's like a clubhouse restaurant, and then there's the playhouse, and I did not go in that shit. And then there's a hot tub room, and I did go in the hot tub room because it was cold out and you could smoke cigarettes in there, and it was interesting in there. I mean, I didn't get down. That's not my style. My freak monster, he's not so public. And I also found that he doesn't get down with the dumb bitch, because man, once they open their mouth and say stupid shit, my dick says, motherfucker, I got a brain too. I can't even do that.
Hey man, it's been great having you on tonight. We're gonna call it a night, I think.
Did I just get censored? Did I just get censored? I apologize if I did.
No.
Okay.
If you look in the group chat that we have between the people on the Zoom here, I sent a message out a little while ago saying we're going to try and end it at the top of the hour and shut it down. We usually try and keep it to about 2.5 hours. So, man, I got to thank you.
No, thank you.
You are one interesting fucking guy. Like, wow,
glad.
a lot of information to process.
I seek authenticity.
We got to bring him on during the episode we possibly allegedly microdose and call my mom. I would love to have him talk to her.
I don't think the internet could handle that.
That would be amazing.
If I say the words white fluff, does that make anybody's ears pick up? Like specifically, I'm not talking about.
What was the word again? White fluff.
White fluff.
White fluff.
You like the food?
Are you talking about that chick that gets a guy hard before?
He's talking about dosing.
Oh, yeah, okay, sure, yeah. Blotter.
No. White fluff.
All right, so now I got to Google something. Making me do stuff.
All right. With that, you guys, wow.
It's been fun.
I don't know what just happened for 2 hours. That was like fucking hair straight back, go. And I had a lot of fun. Gandolf, Guerilla, thank you so much for coming on. And chat, we love you guys. And
I hope to do it again.
We'll see you all next time. You gotta change that.
Later, guys.
You just
Gandalf. Later.
I'm sorry. I don't know what I did.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, sorry. The girlfriend just changed what I'm seeing on the TV, and my screen just disappeared there. So I was just like looking at something completely different there. Anyways, wow, you guys, that was a great episode. I had a lot of fun. Fluffykins, fucking, how are your ribs feeling, brother?
Dude, this hurts, man. This hurts. I've been having a good old time over here. I'm high as balls, and my fucking face hurts. I dude, I can't handle that shit.
I was
wanna
trying to
do
get
that
in, man.
again, and
I was
so
trying.
don't want to do that again
Feel
at the
used.
same
I'm
time.
not leaving.
Whose idea was he? He was
Actually, everyone leaves.
that was like a beautiful train wreck. Like that was fucking amazing. Like you couldn't look away.
Dude, if I could have
like,
been, if I could have said half the shit I wanted to say without this becoming like totally off the rails, like it could have got bad. It could have
you're
got
saying
real
that
bad.
was on the rail in some way, shape, or form?
Yeah, because I kept my mouth shut and I kept trying to go to cannabis.
Yeah, well, it's like I said before. Well, so anybody still watching, before we started the show, I kind of put the word out there. Hey, we can. I was pretty sure we were going off cannabis topic tonight, just because I could see where the chat was going. And I was just, just no religion, no politics that doesn't relate to. And wow,
He's got a lot on his mind.
yeah,
We all do.
that was good. That was great, and just
It was a great roller coaster ride, like you said, man.
I'm gonna need to watch this again at least once.
I was actually paying attention to the whole thing. Thank God for my backup here, being able to check out chats and pay attention to that too. I'll tell you what, but I was able to pay attention to all of it, man. It was intense.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, that was.
Yeah, Mr. Rods was like, maybe we should pre-screen, and I'm just thinking, fuck that, because if we did that, that would not have happened.
Yeah,
and that was fucking amazing.
That's like, well, when something just like totally unexpected and delightful shows up, like on like we had the episode where Uncle Ronnie showed up a while back, and he just kind of stole the show. Just a guy in the background that was having fun, and it fucking awesome. I think Mrs. Opie, she was another one where it was just like sitting in the background, and she's fucking hilarious. And you get this guy that was just, I didn't know much about him. He was just kind of, we were like, Sam was like, okay, we got this guy that we can bring in for this show. And I was like, fucking right, so let's do it. And that was great. Like, that was just.
It was a fun show. It was absolutely a fun show. I didn't want it to go too bad. So like I said, me and him could have probably went back and forth all day long on shit, but I was trying to go with cannabis. I swear I was trying.
We can, yeah. Well, I'd almost be scared to see where you would go with him.
We'd have to screen that one. We'd have to screen that one.
At the same time, I want to see that. Just like, wow, that's not for a while. Like my mind needs to process.
Definitely not a Sunday.
Yeah, my mind can't keep up with just like that talking that fast. I'm one of those guys, you say something to me and I gotta like take a second to process it. And that was just a snowball rolling down a mountainside. Like, wow, fun.
I'm used to rolling like that.
But yeah, wow. Anyways, that might be my new favorite episode. That's must-see TV. Definitely.
Oh, Mr. Rod, you didn't even get a laugh from this show, man. You had to get something from this show.
Yeah.
Everybody's got to be a critic.
Yeah.
You might not have learned anything, but you got something from this.
Yeah, even if the chat was hilarious.
Is it me or?
I don't think there was a dry eye in the house. I think everybody pretty well pissing themselves at one point in time or another. That's great. But anyways, guys, hey Rick, before we shut it down, how you feeling, brother? And do you want to let anyone in on your secret?
Or do I or don't I?
Well, it's up to you.
Sure, what the hell? You only live once. So in the pre-show, I gobbled down 2.5 grams of mushrooms and been enjoying the evening very, very much. And yeah, that's our little secret.
I wouldn't have been able to handle that on hallucinogens. I would have just.
I wish I did.
Ended up in a puddle on the floor, like twitching.
We couldn't go live with that. Like if me and him were both like on mushrooms or something like that, I wouldn't go live with that.
No, I don't think that would be
irony,
better.
Johnny and I did the same thing on together before the show, and then he fucked off and left me alone. I see him over in chat having a great time, him and 311, and here I am sitting here trying to contain myself, and Johnny's there laughing. Yeah, gotta have fun.
Yeah, Johnny fucked off on you real quick too. Like he couldn't have even had them kicking in yet by the time he took off on you. But anyways, guys, it was one hell of a show. Chat, we love you. Thanks again for the Michigan Bros crew showing up in force tonight. I can't think of anybody that we didn't see really, except for maybe Red. I don't think I saw him. But anyways,
Oh, we had all our regulars too, man.
Yeah.
Everybody's showing up. Good to see everybody.
Yeah. All right. Have a great night. I'm going to go and try and process what the fuck just happened to me. And we'll talk to you all Friday night. See you then.